Hi there, in this episode we're going to be talking about American landforms. So your first question should be, well, what is a landform? A landform are natural features that appear on the Earth's surface. America has a variety of different landforms, and we use them to kind of establish a sense of place. In the photo here, you'll see all kinds of different landforms, from floodplains to lakes to mountains to glaciers to waterfalls. Those are all different types of landforms, and they help us describe what a place is like. Now, the first landform we're going to look at is a lowland. Lowlands are near flat land near sea level. So a prime example would be here in Florida. Not much of Florida is above sea level. The USO has two main areas of lowlands. The eastern lowlands that start at the foot of the Appalachian Mountains and expand to the Mississippi River, and then the other section of lowlands are the Great Plains. Both of these lowlands are used for agriculture, and they are both filled with rich, fertile land. The next landform we're going to discuss are wetlands. Wetlands are large areas of moist land such as swamps or marshes. Here again in Florida, we are well aware that we are filled with wetlands. The Florida Everglades are the largest wetland system here in the United States. The Everglades are actually a shallow, slow-moving river, and they cover almost 4,000 square miles. Highlands are just the opposite of lowlands. These are areas of land where elevation is far above sea level. Here in America, our main two systems of highlands are known as the Rocky Mountains in the west and the Appalachian in the east. Both of them represent highlands. Sometimes highlands have what are called plateaus, or an area that has a flat top. That's what you see in the photo. Waterways are crucial to our nation as well, and they too represent a landform. We use water for both drinking, but also as transportation and energy. By far, the Mississippi is the nation's longest river, and it's almost 2,350 miles long. Its tributaries, or small feeder rivers, cover a large part of the nation. Now, not only has the Mississippi been used as a source of drinking water in the past, it is also one of the main hubs of transportation for our nation, and it's become crucial over the course of our history as transportation. Lakes, too, are important waterways. By far, one of the biggest freshwater sources on the planet are the Great Lakes in the northern part of the nation. Starting in the west and working our way east, Lake Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie, and Ontario cover almost 94,000 square miles. That's a huge amount of water. On top of that, men have created canals that collect all the lakes together, and therefore even further east to the Atlantic Ocean. It has allowed our nation to grow, and places like Chicago, which are at the southern tip of Lake Michigan, actually grew large because they were able to trade all the way to the Atlantic Ocean using the system of lakes and canals. When it comes to the American geography, our climate is very, very vast. You can see that on the map here on the screen. We have several different climates, but most of the climate is very temperate, which means that there isn't huge fluctuations in temperature and precipitation. So as we see, the United States has a variety of different landforms. Beyond that variety of landforms, though, we have a variety of different territories. A territory is a land governed by the United States, but it's not actually a state. Many of these territories are in the Pacific and the Caribbean. We also have what we call commonwealths. Commonwealths are U.S. territories that have their own constitution but are still part of America. People in commonwealths such as Puerto Rico don't pay federal taxes, and they're not allowed to vote in federal elections, but they are still American citizens. What you see next is a map of outlying areas that are some of our territories. As you can see, many of the islands are in the Pacific and in the Caribbean. They're the ones that have been highlighted in color. Especially when it comes to these islands in the Pacific, They are mostly homes to American naval bases, and throughout the course of American history, we have claimed those islands because we wanted to expand our naval power. On top of that, in the past we've also had what are called protectorates, or small countries that were controlled at one time by the United States. And throughout the course of American history, we have seized these protectorates and also released them. One of the examples is in this photo, and that's the Philippines in Asia. We used these islands as a way to defend ourselves in the past. Both Haiti and Cuba, though, are also examples of past American protectorates. Okay, that's all for this time. See you next time.